And in the studio with me right now, I have a gentleman who is one of the nominees for the 2016 Santa Clarita Man of the Year Award, a gentleman by the name of Eric Stroh, who was nominated by Carousel Ranch. Now, Carousel Ranch is a riding facility for individuals with disabilities and various from autism, different areas of cerebral palsy, and it's been in our valley for quite some time, and one of their tireless volunteers is a gentleman by the name of Eric Stroh. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you've called this home since 1988. And
Correct.
You came in knowing that this was the perfect place to raise a family, which is totally true.
That's true.
And you were involved in, let's see, you had your bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. You got your home, got hired as a sales engineer for Honeywell, got married, and by 1996 you had 2 daughters, and you're living in Valencia. At what point in all that busyness did you decide, hey, I'm going to become one of those people in Santa Clarita who rolls their shirt sleeves up and gets in the trenches and makes this the community I wanted to move to?
Well, my father-in-law was involved in this particular charity, and so was my sister-in-law, and I knew what they were doing, and I knew about Carousel Ranch because I'd been to some of the events. They used to be over at the Mann Biomedical Center, and I went to a few of them over there. And it's a great charity. I mean, it's very tough to watch the demonstration that we do on the fundraising event and not get emotional watching the kids. I mean, it's even now if I go and watch lessons, it still gets to me. So it's very easy to get involved in it. And I was actually speaking at an event, one of the Lexus dinner summer events that they have over, it used to be in front of the Spectrum Club before it changed. And I was actually talking to Ken Striplin, who at the time was the assistant city manager. He's a city manager now. And he was involved with Michael Hoffman. And he said, Eric, you really shouldn't get involved in one of these particular charities. Pick one. And the natural one for me was Carousel Ranch. So that was 2005, I think, something like that. So I joined up, and after the first year, I was president of the board and had done that for a time, and it's been fun ever since. Now,
Carousel Ranch has come in and nominated you for SCV Man of the Year, and I tell every person that comes to sit in that microphone, it's an honor just to be nominated. But how are you feeling about the idea that someone, and everyone's usually, oh well, that's nice, I don't do it for that. But how do you feel having Carousel Ranch come in and say, you know what, we really would like to honor you? Are you going to hang up your hat if no more volunteering? That's it. I reached the pinnacle. What's this like for you?
No, that doesn't really have, and there is a certain amount of truth to that, of course, about it's an honor to be nominated, and it is also sounds, very trite, but it's true. You don't do this for a nomination. I mean, I do this because I really like the ranch and love what they do, and like I said before, it's very easy to get involved. It's fun to get involved. And for the last, well, this will be our 8th year, we've been doing a trap shoot tournament that was sort of our event. And Denise and I have been talking about that. She's one of the directors. And I keep kidding around saying, I'm not doing this trap event forever. This is going to be the last year. And then she's, no, you got to stick around. And I said, you know what? Even if I wasn't a board member anymore, I'm still going to do the trap event. So it's fun to be involved. It's fun to have see something grow, whether it's progress at the actual location at the ranch, or whether it's an event that you host or put on. So it's just a nice and easy and I'd say fun thing to do.
Yeah, it's a very fun thing to do.
And very rewarding too.
Now, you've co-chaired the event for 8 years, How the West was won. You talked about the trap shoot, and it says raised over these numbers. My brain wants to say, is that a typo? Is that wrong? $175,000 from the one event alone?
Yeah, one event. So, like I said, that's the culmination of the 7 years. This will be our 8th, and we raise $35,000 at the event, the trap shoot event, and it's a really sort of an irreverent event. I just was talking to Denise about it this week, and we're sold out for this year as far as teams go, and we still have a month left before the event. So now we're just worried about auction items and things like that. But it's very irreverent. We did it sort of like a scramble golf tournament where you have mulligans, do-over shots, fun things to do in between the rounds. You shoot bowling pins with buckshot and shoot archery or shoot some playing cards with a pistol for a poker hand and that kind of thing. And it's really based for people who really don't know which end of the gun to hold. So when it all starts, I do a little demonstration of this is how you load it, this is where you point it, and there, a lot of the local businesses participate, show up, they bring wives, kids, what have you, and we really like it when there's people that we don't want the fuddy-duddies. Just like it's just like not fun being at a scramble golf tournament. You have guys there take it really too seriously.
Right.
Sort of the same thing.
We'll have none of that.
We'll have none of that. We want fun only. Yeah. So
like
there's
that.
masseuses there in between the rounds, and you can.
Lovely.
It's catered by Salt Creek. It's all.
Good food,
it's become
good fun,
it's
good
become a real
cause.
nice event. Yeah.
Lovely. And if someone were to look to you, one of the other reasons I personally love the SCV Man and Woman of the Year is that the community gets to look up to you. And as I said earlier, you want something done, you ask a busy person. Every nominee that I see on this list for the SCV Man and Woman of the Year nomination, they are all extremely busy in their personal lives. I like that you still find time for wakeboarding or paddleboarding with family, but you are a busy man. You do a lot. If someone were to listen right now and go, yeah, that's great, good for him, what if someone was thinking, well, maybe I could or could not get involved in this volunteering business? What would you say? What is it brought to you personally to do all the volunteering that you do in your busy life?
It's like I said before, it's been very rewarding, and it's an easy thing to get yourself involved into. And I don't mean just Carousel Ranch, but any charity. And I think I was at a previous Man and Woman of the Year, and somebody had said, of everybody that's here in the audience, most of the people that are there are involved or know someone that's involved. And if you're not, it's very easy to get involved. It doesn't matter if you just want to show up and fold napkins, or if you want to lick stamps, or if you want to, in the case of Carousel Ranch, you want to help lead horses around a ring and help with the kids or take kids out of the wheelchair. We have people, all they want to do. My daughter was a volunteer there for years, and she was just happy to, doesn't matter what, clean stalls, I'll go clean stalls. You want me to go wash this horse, I'll do it. You want me to work in the ring, I'll work in the ring. And all the charities that are representative all can use somebody. At our trap event, we need people to just score keep. So
there's a level for everyone.
There's a level for everybody. Whether you've got the time and desire to become a board member, contact somebody at a charity that you feel passionate about and say, yeah, what would it be involved in being a board member, and do you think that's something that I could do? And most charities would welcome that, of course, with open arms. Or if you just want to volunteer at an event, it's very easy to do that. Just contact one of the charities, express your desire, and any particular one in town, or start a charity, whatever your passion is.
That is a good PSA for volunteering. Eric Stroh, thank you. Nominated by Carousel Ranch for the SCV Man and Woman of the Year event coming up in May. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to scwmw.org. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.